What is good, credit people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bob Lamb 2. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about obviously Whole Lotta Red because the expected first week sales numbers came in, and Cardi is looking like he's gonna be selling 140K expected this week. Obviously, the first week that Whole Lotta Red dropped. It's Christmas, by the way, so a lot of these newer songs, or not newer songs, but songs that are performing the best are from all Christmas songs. Maybe Mariah Carey got the #1 single or something like that. I would assume. I haven't really looked at the charts, but chart data, I believe, came up with some number where Cardi is literally the only non-Christmas musician that is in the top 200 or 50 streamed songs on Spotify or something like that. So, you know, that's still a big W for Cardi, and that's what we'll be discussing in today's video. Was his 140K or 125 to 140K first week sales for a Whole Lotta Red expected? That is, was it a W or L? So we're gonna have to probably expect the sales to go down to 125K, just because usually there's a huge surge in streams at the very beginning, like the first couple of days, like when Whole Lotta Red first dropped. We were all anticipating it. In fact, non-Cardi fans were anticipating Whole Lotta Red too, just because the amount of hype that we made. So shout out all the Cardi fans. We literally made a whole ass movement. The whole hip hop industry basically heard about this album because of us, and that shit don't happen to a lot of artists. So shout out to everybody. But given that since it reached out to so many new people that weren't really listening to Cardi before, they were expecting some like mainstream album, and now they're not going to be listening to it throughout the week like us again. So the numbers are probably going to go down, and that's why they gave us a range of 125 to 140K. So likely it'll be 125K. I believe Pluto, Baby Pluto, had like a 100K to 120K. It ended up selling 105K at like the very end when they calculated all the numbers. But anyway, it got a ton of mixed reviews, so you kind of have to factor that in when you look at the numbers, because a lot of albums that people call trash, usually the numbers go down a lot, okay? So if all the true fans are streaming the shit out of it, then it'll still do well as it is 125 to 140K. But aside from the quality, because all the mixed reviews, I don't want to hear it. I don't give a shit. It's already trending. A whole lot of mid, whole lot of trash on Twitter, whatever. I fuck with the album. That's really all that matters. I don't care what your mom says. I don't care what your sister says. I only care about what your goddamn turtle says. And I know people were expecting like 200K first week, especially with all of the big mainstream features like Travis Scott, Post Malone, Pharrell Williams, even Uzi, in addition to the people who were already on the album like Kid Cudi, Future, and Kanye West, of course, who's one of the biggest artists on the planet, or actually even Drake. People were expecting that on Place, but without the combination of all of these people, no way Cardi was even gonna get close to 200K plus. He's just not that big of an artist yet. Like, we love Cardi, but he's simply just not mainstream. And again, that's the only reason he's getting hella hate, because we made this huge movement, like a fucking tidal wave. We were like, yo, this Whole Lotta Red album's gonna be fire, and we brought in like people who have no chance of even like Cardi, of liking Cardi music. Like, they're listening to Ariana Grande and they're sitting there going into the punk rap, whatever you want to call it, Whole Lotta Red, thinking that they're gonna even like one song. No, that shit's just not gonna happen. So don't listen to all these blogs. Nobody gives a fuck about them. They're listening to Lil Durk. No shade at him, but he's getting #2, and he's not getting as much hate as Cardi whatsoever. So you just gotta put things into perspective. He's about to sell like 50 to 55K, but then again, he dropped on a Thursday, so he sold like 25K on that Thursday night, but it was counted for the week prior. So technically he's about to sell like 75K or something like that for his week. But still, even with those numbers, he was #2 or 3 compared to Playboi Carti, who was about to be expected to hit #1 on Billboard for this album Whole Lotta Red. So just put it into perspective. And nobody's hating on Lil Durk, and he got a Drake feature too, just like Cardi did. So nobody can talk shit about my man. And honestly, 125 to 140K, if you recall my original prediction, it was like 100 to 150K. I don't know if y'all remember that. I know I boosted it up to 200K. Maybe I got ahead of myself, but that was again because of all the features like Travis Scott, Post Malone, Drake, Lil Uzi Vert, who were all pretty much confirmed, except for Drake wasn't, and Uzi was trolling. But still, with Travis Scott and Post Malone, those are massive artists. Travis Scott sold 500K first week, with Astro World selling hella bundles and shit like that. So I felt I was justified to say 200K. But still, with his last album, Die Lit, selling 60K around roughly, and then his self-titled 2 years before that, or the year before that, selling 28K first week. 125 to 140K is a massive W. Like he pretty much doubled his sales, almost tripled his sales for this next album. So he's just progressing every single year. Next album, hopefully he builds up as much hype, and you know, maybe we can look at 200K first week then when he's like a more solidified rapper. But to expect a tripled and quadruple first week sales from his last album, that just wasn't gonna happen. Like we were just shooting for the stars, aiming for the moon, bro. I don't care what none of y'all say, this first week sales is a W. He got a #1 album. What more can you ask for? Especially when streaming numbers are down from Christmas songs, like Christmas music takes over. Plus we're in COVID, not everybody has Spotify Premium to be like boosting up their main man Cardi's sales. Not to mention merch bundles are gone, so he had a complete disadvantage from everybody before October 1st when the Billboard rules changed. So again, 125 140K for Whole Lotta Red, #1 album first week. That's a W, bitch. And that's it for today. Peace out, cut it, people. Know what I'm saying?